Home Sarah. Okay, fellas. So we're just gonna talk about some stuff, break it down a little bit, because guys, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't know how clear. I think it's a. I mean, depending on what you're trying to do here, some options to you are just not so clear to some people. I think, and I'm sure there's might be options that aren't very clear to me too. But I'm gonna speak about options that were clear for me and the meticulous way to achieve these options or to go check them out, right? So, um, so I'm going to talk about, and I'll talk about like ways that perhaps normalized behavior gets in the way of achieving these options, right? So the reality is that we're rather limitless, guys. I need you to like, you're hearing this. It's a huge deal that you're hearing this video, right? So right now I need you to just kind of make that decision and vow that you're not going to hurt people, right? You're going to be compassionate. No evil shit. No evil shit, bro. I kill the evil in you right now. Okay, but because, alright, so I'm going to tell you, like, this world is a dream, guys. This world is your dream. So it's your mind, okay? And so listen up, like, and it's literally that simple. Okay. So what does this mean, really? It really, you can do whatever you want in this world. Like, seriously, this world is your dream, right? And it can get further and further out. Okay? But for an example, you can telepathically communicate with people, especially if they're trying to telepathically communicate with you, right? You can dream with people, you can hop into realms with people, you can create a realm, bring your friends into it, you can meditate together, and when you understand that, like, oh, well, what happens when we meditate on God together? If I can bring a realm, if I can create a realm or go into like a funny like video game realm or like a super funny like artistic expression, what happens when I chant the name of Ram or God with my friends? Obviously, a whole lot can happen, right? And I'm not going to tell you all these, I'm not going to tell you everything, right? Like, it's up to you. You're going to have your own explicit individual experience, and I hope you're looking through the stillness to see it, and you're not stuck in your mind, right? Step away from habitual description through the mind and ego, um, you know, reactionary stuff. Be empowered and flow. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, so like, let's say you want to go telepathically communicate with someone or walk somewhere, or remote view or something like that. You need somewhat of a quiet mind to do this, okay? And then you'll also become aware that you already are, your spirit is already doing things to a certain degree. Your spirit's already up to stuff, or you, as you start to become aware of it, maybe that's when it starts to do stuff. So, so if you have some girl that you think about a lot, this will become painfully obvious to you, or you're never going to venture into these areas of exploration that I'm talking about because your mind and your energy is being pulled by women and your fears and anxieties and whatever, your attachments, basically the baby that looks for sensation, right? It's being pulled by that, or its attachments. And so you never really get your energy in order or your consciousness in order to condense yourself enough, in a sense, to be able to expand, right, into some calmness or oneness and some clarity. In the it's basically quieting your mind, but in reality, this is also condensing your spirit in a sense, which is your mind, because it's off in doing all sorts of things, like it's off in doing all sorts of things of its attachments and stuff like that. Like right now, my friends who I've like let in on the secret, they're like trying to to speak with me, like show me a funny picture right now, right? It's really funny. It's so funny. This is like the ground of the funniest stuff in the world. This like, welcome to being a psychic. This is like the reality of this world. the reality of reality. But I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, you gotta be real with God, the enlightened beings, right? Invoke an enlightened being, invoke God, okay? Because okay, 1 second. Invoke an enlightened being, invoke God, because they're gonna help you with your karma and stuff like that. Like, understand, like, the name of your game is compassion at the end of the day. If you're doing this without understanding, like, without understanding the reality of oneness and its mechanics in the very simple terms that if you are like hypnotized or under the illusion that you must finesse the external to feel safe or oneness, then, you know, if you don't have that basic understanding that that's a problem, or if you're like, you know, meaning that you're so stuck in that phase that you don't realize that the agony that you're feeling is due to that, then don't try this, because you're going to end up doing all sorts of stuff and creating bad karma for yourself. This is the big dog leagues. You can't be a big baby, okay? And you can't be unconscious if you're trying to do this, because all of a sudden you're going to be, you know, being selfish and creating karma for yourself, right? If you're even able to get out of your mind and get your mind out of your way. Get your mind out of your way for it to screw you even more. Right? What this is going to do for you is it's going to make you meditate, to be honest. I mean, right? If you have this goal, like, wow, I can go I can go dream with my friends and stuff. I can go chill in realms with them and stuff, like, just make it myself, like, then you're going to want to wipe the dust away that's, like, on the screen of your, like, you know, of your amazing whatever that's on the screen of your consciousness, basically, right? Which would be quieting your mind, getting your mind quieted enough, and pulling your energy away from silly attachments like lustful friendships and ruminations in the thought. As you get, I mean, I don't know if this is I doubt this is really just my thing. Like, of course, there's probably personal aspects to it, but I think in the spiritual world, or like it becomes obvious how intrusive sexual relationships are, and on the mind, because it's a big drug and it's a big thing. There's huge energies and chakra release and stuff and, like, mending and soul action happening with this, okay? A lot of people, like, their souls aren't, like, coming out to say hi and stuff, but when they have sex, their souls come out and say hi, right? Or when they think about having sex, or when they think about a romantic relationship, their souls come out and say hi, and that's when they start getting up to funky business and creating attachments and stuff like that, right? Because you understand, I mean, because why is the soul coming out and saying hi ultimately? I mean, yes, like, there's beautiful aspects part of it, but if you're, like, unconscious or don't really have a good grip on it, you know, you're going to just both be screwing each other over, you know? Literally. Not literally. And, you know, and that creates karma, that creates patterns, right? Patterns in a very obvious way of, like, conditioning. And then karma, maybe even, I'm just going to say it's not going to create karma, so, whatever, don't fucking do it. Right, so this is kind of an obvious way of why you hear about celibacy, why you think about, or you hear about, renunciation, like people not having a wife and stuff like that. Like, I think it's because it just takes up, these type of relationships take up so much psychic energy, or they take up psychic space. They take up space, and then they habituate, the flow of energy habituates. You understand? Like, if it's like your baby, not your unconscious energy or even conscious, sort of conscious energy starts to habituate, and so the stream wants to go there more and more and more. And so there's a lot of other places for you to go, right? Like I just said, you want to be able to have a freedom of the flow of your energy, so you can create a Mario Kart fucking realm for you or for your friends to go ride around in. Right? So that's why you want to be able to go into, like, some sort of transcendental meditation, really practice that you are already full, in the sense that, and here's the reality, guys, is I figured out that basically, I don't know if I can say that, but you should be able to, you got to figure out that you're full without being like, yeah, I'm full because I can do anything because it's my mind. You have to figure out I'm full because I am what I am, or I am who I am. You can, that a part of that can be that realization, yeah, because I can do anything in my mind. That's fine. But you should also be because of the way it already is, the way that it's always has been. I don't know, time's a weird dimension right there to kind of put it in. I don't know if that's a good way to say it. You understand the underlying truth of selfhood. That's really, which is really is a moksha, a liberation from all form. That is the anchor. That is the point that you need to understand and be familiar with, to then move around in these realms I'm talking about, right, with ease. Because when you're familiar with that as your anchor point, then it's spontaneity and free-flowing energy streams, right? There's no habituation of energy. There's no trenched energy, trenched energy profile or channel, because your mind's not being a baby thinking, I need milk from mommy in this way for my oneness, because you already have oneness in its totality, which is the realization of moksha, or the transcendental nature of yourself, right? And that's not hard to do, guys. It's like calming down. Okay, God bless. God bless you. Jesus Christ kills Satan and all of you.